20 years of training, 8 principles that have kept me in shape this entire time. 20 years is a long time to be training. I've actually been training longer than that. The number one thing when I first started training was health was the number one reason for me. Nowadays you see people, they see muscle or they see big bum, glutes, and they just want that. They forget that the main number one reason I would say most people should exercise or work out or go to gym is definitely a health reason, because it keeps you in good shape all the time. It shapes your habit because you know you're doing it for your health. When you make every choice you make, you're making it for the right reasons, if you understand what I mean. So it's very important to make the number one reason for training to be the health, and that's what I still do till today. Being in shape is all about being healthy, improving the immunity, lowering stress. When you train, it helps you to manage your hormones like your cortisols and all these things. So very, very important. Being in good health and training for health is gonna give you all the things that you need. Second, and the number one reason why I actually did start going to the gym, although I refined it to health later on, is aesthetics and vanity, just like people now. Because I started training when I was about 14, at home, but my main gym work was more when I was 16. That's when I actually got into the gym and started training properly. But yeah, when I was 14, girls would come up to me and try to touch my abs, and that was one of the reasons why I started training. So aesthetics is another reason. And I was speaking to one of my friends the other day, and it's like vanity is sanity. And I've always thought about it, but I never thought of it that way before. But if you think about it, when people think of vanity as a bad thing, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think if you do anything over the top, it can be bad. But vanity, it means you care about your surrounding, you care about how things look, you care about how your body looks. And sanity to an extent, because then some people go over the top and do crazy shit, but I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about vanity is sanity. When you look good, you maintain, and over here you're okay because what's around you is clean and nice. So aesthetics is my second reason for going gym. And come on, who doesn't want a big bicep, big chest, big shoulders, nice legs, well balanced body, good proportions on girls as well, nice glutes, good frame, being slim and fit. That's all good stuff. So another principle and thing that I learned over the years of training is knowing that muscle is your asset, is the most valuable tissue in the body. I used to speak to one of my clients a few years back, and he loves running. He's always running, always on the treadmill. And muscle is expensive, it burns a lot of calories, which is something different. When you carry muscle, it's metabolically expensive. It helps you to burn a lot of calories. But if you are running all the time and doing too many miles and you're not replenishing those calories, you will be burning into your muscles as well, especially if you're doing continuous run. So it's not a great idea. No, that's not a great idea, but what I'm trying to say is try to keep as much muscle as possible, because this is what you need into your older age, when you need to be, even as you're young, for supporting your joints and maintaining good balance and stability. Muscle is very, very important. So even when they say when girls go to the gym, girls go to the gym and get some muscle, because at the end of the day, this is what's giving you your body structure. It gives you heat, it helps you to store, and it helps you to burn more calories at rest. So when you're resting, you can have more food than other people that don't have as much muscle as you. Like, I am highly metabolic. I burn through so much calories without even doing anything. So I can get away with eating things that, like some rich food. So muscle is very, very important. It's the most important tissue. And anytime I train or when I'm eating, I'm making sure my protein is adequate, and I'm training for muscle gain and maintaining as much muscle as I can maintain. So muscle is very, very important, guys. Moving on from that, I would say fat is the opposite, is a liability. Fat is a liability, man. I don't know how people carry so much fat around their waists. Expensive for clothes, especially if you yo-yo, if you're going up and down, you keep on spending money on different clothes. It's unattractive. Some people like it. I don't like, to excess body fat. To majority of people, I don't think people find that attractive. But again, just for health reasons, is not good because it puts you at risk of developing all these diseases, type 2 diabetics. Try to reduce as much fat as possible, because again, once it starts to clog up your arteries and you start getting all these atherosclerosis, and it can lead to a heart attack, and it's really just not worth it. Just get into the gym. And again, I've given so much advice on my channel before in terms of it doesn't have to be a lot. You can do 30 minutes of brisk walk 5 times a week. It will take your risk, it will reduce it right down, and as you get better you can improve more. So that's really helped me. Another reason and principle is more about performance in everything. Performance at work, performance at my at home, performance in everything you do in sports, when you go to socialize. When you're fit, life is easy. You just your vehicle that you're moving in, it's like either you're moving in a Ferrari or you're moving in a Toyota, like the rubbish versions that are not as, they're not geared for you to move well. So performance is another reason why I've always been in the gym. And you also get to test what your body can do. So there's another reason, because people are always saying, I don't know why I should go to the gym, or there's so many good reasons for going to the gym, and it doesn't have to be boring. By testing yourself, how heavy can I lift? How high can I jump? Could I sprint this fast in 1 minute? Then you achieve it and you get a sense of accomplishment. So yeah, it's very important to have good principles to help you for training. Another reason is youthfulness. I started training since I was 16. It's been 24 years, and most people look at me and they don't believe my age. So think about it. When you train, it helps you to keep everything working in great condition. You go to the hospital less as well because you got good immunity. And I remember when I used to jog as well, I'll be jogging and I'll be imagining and saying I'm 10 years younger, and I keep saying these things to my mind. Your mind is very important, what you say to yourself. So I was always training for health, and I was always training for youthfulness. So when I get into my 50s, my 60s, I'll still be looking like I'm maybe 40 something, or maybe, I always want to look at least 10 to 12 years younger than my actual age. So yeah, youthfulness is one great reason for training as well. And who doesn't want to be looking young than they are? Mental well-being is another great factor for training. It's a great reason for training, because I remember at my younger age as well, going to the gym wasn't just about having a great physique or being in good health. It was all about being able to manage stress of work, stress that arises from life, maybe from certain bills that you weren't expecting. I remember those days. I still do it now, but again, it's a long journey of being in the gym. So I remember those days when I was very highly stressed. And by the time I go to the gym, it just helps me to release those endorphins. That just helps me to give good feelings. So another great reason is to your mental well-being. And let's say you had an argument with your girlfriend or your partner or somebody. You go to the gym, you live it in the gym, and then you come home, you're feeling good because now all those things, your high cortisol level is now gone down. You've been able to burn calories, you've had time to yourself. So it's really good for your mental well-being. So if you're suffering with something out there and you feel like you are somewhere and you want to be locked away, no, don't do that. Try going and doing a little something, and you find that it's going to really help your mental well-being. So that's really been a very big factor for me. Finally, another reason why I did start going gym, and I've maintained it for a very long time, is because I want to be strong for my family. I want to be strong for everyone that's related to me. Family is the most important things, and when you are thinking of your family, like, I always want to be there to protect people, which is one of the reasons why I maintain my health. You never know, this is a crazy world out there these days, and you always need to be equipped. So I learned how to fight, I live to be strong. I always try and do whatever I can to avoid any sort of like getting into fights, but at the end of the day, you have to protect people that are close to you, friends, family, and it's very important that you are always in good shape. You just never know what's going to happen. So my main number one reason is being here for my family, being healthy, trying to be here for as long as I can, extending my life, even in older age, want to be having a good quality of life. So yeah, I'm gonna recap on all of those reasons. Number one was my health. Two was aesthetics. Again, I wouldn't say this are in order, but yeah, so health, aesthetics, knowing that muscle is very important and trying to get as much of it as possible. Knowing that fat is a liability, which is why I've maintained such a low body fat percentage over the years. I don't think I've ever gone up more than 10%. Maybe once after competition I went up to about 12%, but it's always, for me, it's usually between 7 and 9%. Hardly ever 10. I can't remember ever being at 10% body fat. So performance, again, when you move, you feel good. When you perform, playing football, doing calisthenics, all these things. Youthfulness, maintaining a youthful exuberance about you. Training is going to do that for you. Mental well-being, a lot of people out there nowadays are depressed, anxiety, all these things. Going to the gym is going to help you a lot with some of that. Might not cure it, but it will help you. And family as well. So yeah, so if you're looking for a very good reason to train and you can't find motivation, just think about one of these 8 reasons and 8 principles, and you'll be out there doing it. Oh, my health. Oh, more muscle. Oh, to look good. Oh, family. Mental health. Low body fat percentage. This is health is your wealth. I'm not gonna make this video too long. If you have any question, please DM me. You can find me on Instagram at trueboss_Ola. Thanks for watching today. Please subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you more value and keep talking about all these things that matter to us. And again, it's all about looking after yourself, looking after the vehicle that you're living in. The healthier the vehicle we're living in, the more amazing life we will most likely live. So yeah, I wish you the best and I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching my video.